In one swift move, Russia has upended the fragile balance of power in the Middle East and sent shockwaves throughout the region. By deploying troops along the volatile Syria-Israel border, Moscow has inserted itself directly into the center of intensifying tensions, staking its claim as the ultimate arbiter in the high-stakes geopolitical drama. But Russia's intentions remain shrouded as it carefully calibrates supporting its Syrian ally while maintaining ties to Israel. For all the countries involved, the consequences of this bold gambit are far from clear. All that's certain is that Russia now holds the strongest hand in the game for control of the Middle East. To fathom the gravity of this deployment, let's navigate the intricate relationships between Russia, Syria, and Israel within the broader Middle Eastern context. This region, historically a powder keg of political tensions and military conflicts, sees Russia with its Soviet-era connections, positioned as both the power broker and a potential disruptor of regional stability. The roots of Russia's current presence in Syria extend back to 2015 when it entered the Syrian civil war, backing the Assad regime. Moscow's strategic interests encompass maintaining a naval base at Tartus, countering terrorism, and solidifying its role as a pivotal leader in the region. However, this move unfolds at a precarious moment for the already fragile Middle East. Meanwhile, Israel, keenly attuned to the intricacies within Syria, helps keep a watchful eye, particularly due to the ominous presence of Iranian-backed militias like Hezbollah, a significant security concern for the Jewish state. The deployment of Russian soldiers along the Syrian border serves as a visible testament to Moscow's escalating influence in the region. Grasping this scenario involves recognizing Russia's delicate balancing act, where it must manage relations with both Israel and Syria. This nuanced diplomacy not only positions Russia as a mediator, but also as a force capable of shaping the outcomes of the region's conflicts. As we observe this geopolitical ballet unfold, the world awaits the next move on this intricate chessboard of power and interests, holding its breath in anticipation. In the delicate choreography of safeguarding its interests, one paramount consideration surfaces: Russia's adept maneuvering to sidestep direct clashes with Israel while steadfastly supporting the Syrian government. Central to this intricate equation is Russia's acute awareness of Israel's red lines, especially its unwavering opposition to a lasting Iranian military presence in Syria. Israel, resolute in its stance, has consistently asserted its intolerance of such a development. Moscow, assuming the role of a seasoned mediator in the ongoing Israeli-Iranian conflict, endeavors to uphold a delicate equilibrium. This precarious balance is underscored by Israel's firm resistance to any foothold gained by Iran in Syria. The Israeli-Iranian rivalry, a pivotal force shaping Middle Eastern dynamics, has experienced heightened tensions in recent years. Iran's engagement in Syria, alongside its backing of Hezbollah and other proxy groups, has positioned Tehran as an existential threat in Tel Aviv's eyes. Israel, in response, has executed numerous airstrikes in Syria, thwarting Iranian efforts to establish a military stronghold. Navigating this intricate scenario presents a considerable challenge. On one hand, Moscow stands as a key ally of Iran, providing advanced weaponry such as the S-300 air defense system. On the other hand, Russia maintains robust ties with Israel, engaging in intelligence sharing and coordination to prevent inadvertent clashes in Syrian airspace. The deployment of Russian soldiers along the Syrian border resonates with profound symbolism. While Russia hasn't explicitly declared these troops as a detriment to Israel, their presence conveys a clear message. It signifies Russia's steadfast commitment to ensuring stability in Syria, protecting its interests, and discouraging any unilateral actions by Israel that could potentially escalate an already precarious situation. As the geopolitical chessboard unfolds, each move echoes the intricate power dynamics and calculated strategies to play in the Middle East. Moreover, this deployment serves as a resounding affirmation that Russia, positioned as a significant player in the region, demands consultation and respect in matters impacting the Syrian theater. This position challenges Israel's latitude for action in Syria, acting as a poignant reminder that its military endeavors in the region carry weighty consequences. Beyond the physical presence of soldiers, Russia engages in a nuanced game of diplomatic finesse. Moscow consistently extends offers to mediate between Israel and Syria, presenting itself as a neutral arbiter in disputes over sensitive issues such as the Golan Heights. While these offers haven't yielded significant breakthroughs, they illuminate Russia's readiness to assume a prominent role in the region's affairs. Russia's diplomatic initiatives align with its broader strategy of maintaining influence in the Middle East by positioning itself as a mediator. Through this role, Russia ensures the protection of its interests while actively thwarting any escalation that could jeopardize regional stability. To fully grasp the significance of Russia's deployment of soldiers along the Syrian border as a warning to Israel, one must consider the broader geopolitical context. The Middle East, marked by intense power rivalry, witnesses various actors vying for influence and control. Historically, the United States has been a crucial ally of Israel, extending military, financial, and political support. However, recent shifts in U.S. policy, with a focus on reducing its military presence in the region, have created a void that Russia is eager to fill. Sensing an opportunity, Russia's deployment of soldiers on the Syrian border becomes a tangible manifestation of its ambition to assert itself as a major regional player, capable of influencing events and shaping the geopolitical landscape. Adding to this complexity is China's growing involvement in the region, propelled by its insatiable appetite for energy resources, particularly the vast oil reserves of the Middle East. In this intricate geopolitical dance, each move by major powers echoed not only the pursuit of their interests, but also the ever-evolving dynamics that shape the destiny of the Middle East. In addition to fostering strategic partnerships with various regional countries, including Iran and Saudi Arabia, Russia's deployment of soldiers along the Syrian border carries a strategic implication for its relationship with China. Mindful of potential encroachment by China into its sphere of influence, Moscow, eager to maintain dominance in the region, uses this military display to signal to Beijing that it remains a pivotal player in the Middle East. The Middle East, rife with proxy conflicts, has witnessed major powers like the United States, Russia, Iran, and Turkey utilizing local actors as proxies to advance their interests. Syria, in particular, has become a battleground for such conflicts, with various factions receiving external support. Russia's deployment of soldiers along the Syrian border adds a new dimension to this intricate web of proxy conflicts, emphasizing that Russia is not merely an external actor, but a direct participant to the region's conflicts. This development has potential implications for how other major players, including the United States and Iran, approach their involvement in Syria in the broader Middle East. Israel, positioned at the epicenter of these events, closely monitors its northern border, responding prudently to Russia's deployment. Israeli officials underscore constant communication with their Russian counterparts to prevent unintended clashes, reiterating their commitment to thwarting Iran's establishment of a permanent military presence in Syria. The relationship between Israel and Russia is multifaceted, involving diplomatic and military channels to avert unintended confrontations. However, both countries harbor divergent interests in the region. Israel prioritizes its security, occasionally necessitating actions that Russia may not fully endorse. The deployment of Russian soldiers along the Syrian border serves as a poignant reminder of the intricate geopolitical dynamics unfolding in the Middle East, where alliances, interests, and conflicts intertwine in a complex dance of power. The dynamic shifts in power within the Middle East are glaringly evident through Russia's assertive maneuvers, China's expanding influence, and United States recalibrating its role. The region's future remains uncertain, marked by unresolved conflicts and ongoing rivalries. Russia's presence in Syria and the deployment of soldiers along the border add complexity to an already volatile region. This geopolitical landscape introduces the potential for miscalculations and unintended consequences, emphasizing the critical importance of diplomacy and careful navigation of relationships. Russia's deployment of soldiers on the Syrian border, framed as a warning sign to Israel, is a tangible manifestation of the intricate web of geopolitical interests and rivalries defining the Middle East. It highlights Russia's ambition to establish itself as a dominant player in the region while delicately managing relationships with both Israel and Syria. The deployment carries significant symbolism, serving as a reminder to Israel that its actions in Syria reverberate with broader implications. It also signals Russia's steadfast determination to safeguard its interests in the Middle East and mediate conflicts to maintain regional stability. During the Middle East's ongoing status as a battleground for competing interests and proxy conflicts, the presence of Russian soldiers on the Syrian border is a stark reminder of the region's uncertain future fraught with challenges. Diplomacy and the careful navigation of relationships emerge as crucial tools in mitigating risks and averting unintended confrontations in this intricate geopolitical landscape. Thank you for staying engaged throughout this exploration. If you found this analysis insightful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay updated on future videos.